Hello there, crafting friends. This is Shelley Roberts with Tulips Touch, Paper Crafts and Such. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And today I want to show you how to make these really cute little pouch boxes. They remind me of something maybe that my grandmother would have sewn for us when we were little, and like a little drawstring bag or something. I just love them. I got the idea from a lady named Poodles out of the United Kingdom. She's known for making all kinds of different boxes, and thanks to her I was able to make a lot of these. In fact, a friend of mine asked me to make 10 of these, and so I thought, well, since I'm making so many, I'll go ahead and try to do a video on this. It's really not hard. There's really not very many supplies needed. All you need is a 6" by 6" sheet of paper, and what I have here is some designer series paper from Stampin' Up! This is their Nordic Noel line. This is out of their holiday catalog this year, and absolutely gorgeous paper. It comes 12 sheets, 12" by 12" sheet of paper, 6 different designs, two-sided, and two sheets per design. So for one of these little boxes, you could make 4 boxes out of 1 sheet of the designer series paper. The other thing you'll need is your envelope punch board and some adhesive. And today I'm going to go ahead and just use some glue dots just for the sake of time. You could also use some Tombow multi-purpose glue, or you could try using their fast fuse. I think just for the sake of time, like I said, we'll just go ahead and use some glue dots. But to begin with, first thing you want to do is you're going to score your little sheet of paper at 1.5. That's punch and score. At 3 inches. And at 4.5 inches. You'll do this on all 4 sides, and I'll go ahead and hurry through that real quick so you don't. You might be hearing my dog barking in the background. Okay, so then to finish off, we're going to use a really nice feature of the envelope punch board, and that is this little side here that rounds off your corners. So we're going to do that, give it a nice finished look, and then set this aside. So the next step then is to cut in on the middle notch on each side up to the first score line. So again, that's where you have this little square here. You're going to go in at the notch, at the point of the notch, and cut in up to the score line. That's kind of like on the side of each of these, of the diamond here. And do that on all 4 sides. I love these paper snips from Stampin' Up! They come in so handy. I use them constantly. Probably more than regular scissors. Okay, so now let's go ahead and fold on the score lines gently, because this is designer series paper. It's not as thick as cardstock. That's another thing too. You can use cardstock for this. You can use the specialty designer series paper, which is even thicker than cardstock. You're going to have to pay attention to the kind of adhesive that you use though. Alright, so now at this point I have folded up this direction, which means that this is going to be on the outside of the box. Since this is the outside of the box, this is the side that I'm going to put the glue dots on. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. The places that I'm putting the glue dots, another little product here from Stampin' Up! Is their handy little paper piercing tool. So you're going to put a glue dot. If you're using glue dots, like I said, you could use the multi-purpose glue too, but you're going to put it around here on this little triangle on either side of this diamond or this square. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so almost done. Just a couple more glue dots here. Again, you know, I'm putting them in the corners of each of these triangles. And then we're going to pull this little box together. Alright, so to do this, what you're going to do is you're going to take one of these flaps, these triangular flaps that has the glue dots on it now, is you're going to tuck that behind the square. And you're going to make sure that you've got that down good. Now, because this is designer series paper, it's a little bit lighter weight. You want to be careful because you can tear it, and I've done that. But there's always ways of being creative and covering up the little tears. You can just tape it or put something cute on top of it. All right, so we've got, where did I leave off here? Okay, so we've got the one triangle tucked behind the square. You take the one next to it and you tuck that behind. Again, being very careful. Pushing from the inside and the outside at the same time creates this little rounded corner like this. Making sure on the inside that you've got that rounded out too. Then you go over to the next one, tuck the little tab, triangular tab, in behind the square or diamond shape, whichever angle you happen to be looking at it. Alright, then you'll do that with the next tab over. Tuck that behind, gently pushing in and pushing out at the same time, creating your rounded corner. Going over to the next one, same thing. Tuck that in. Make sure it's pushed in good from the inside. Put the tab in. Now this last corner gets a little tricky because this is a box that's trying to take shape that's really not quite normal. Okay, so just be careful. Tuck that in. And bring this last tab to round it out. Ta-da! Our little box is done. Now all we need to do is decorate it. Like I did here, I added some little, what did I do? Little flowers with some gems. You could put butterflies on, just depending on whatever designer series kind of paper you're using, would be whatever you want to do to embellish it. I like to add a little trim around the edge, and what I'm going to use for this little box, I think will go pretty with the colors on this, is Stampin' Up's Whisper White sweater ribbon, as they call it. I'm going to cut probably about 18 inches, 16, 18 inches. Tie a little knot in the ends so it doesn't unravel. And then take it and tie it around the little box. This also kind of looks like the Santa Claus toy bag, one that he would carry around on Christmas Eve for the little kids. So anyway, that's it. There's your little box. I think they're just cute as heck myself. Thanks for watching, and details for supplies will be in the comment section of this YouTube video. Again, this is Tulips Touch with Paper Crafts and such, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.